Welcome in everyone to Francis Howell High School, home of the Francis Howell Vikings, for this Tuesday afternoon matchup between the Holt Indians and the Francis Howell Vikings. This is the Dan Main pregame show. Call Dan Main for all your home loan needs. Are you thinking about buying a new home or refinancing an existing home? Call Dan, your mortgage man. Also, special discounts available for first responders, educators, and faculty. Call or visit danmain.com today, and let's get you and a new home. Holt today coming in at 5-7-1. You don't hear that very often, a tie in baseball, but they beat St. Charles 16-2. That tie came against Battle, and they had a close game against Fort Zumwalt West. They also beat Lafayette, who's ranked number 2 right now in the PBR report. So Holt, not a bad team that the Vikings are coming up against. The Vikings, of course, 10-2 last time. They beat Francis Howell Central last week, 2-1 in 8 innings. A beautiful performance from the pitching staff for the Vikings and as well as for Francis Howell Central. But just good to be back here, Michael, for another beautiful afternoon of baseball.
Yeah, good to be back from our little week-long hiatus, vacation. You know, I don't know what to necessarily call it, but definitely good to be back here at the H. And, you know, as you mentioned, this whole team has an excellent talent up at the plate. Their pitching's a little shaky at times as their only draw of the year came at 10-10. So a lot of runs scored. That pitching giving up a couple of runs. So, you know, I expect to see a lot of runs here. And if that whole pitching's on today, you know, these Howell Vikings are going to have to be on top of their game today for sure.
Like mentioned earlier, Holt beat St. Charles 16-2, so their last time out, so the runs on the board that they need as well. For the Vikings, they do as well. It's really interesting. They had to play 8 innings against Howell Central last Thursday, but literally the day before, they beat them by 5+ runs. So any given night, the Vikings can do that just as well. And who else to throw in this game against a team that can score a lot of runs? It's their hardest throwing man. That's going to be Alex Pipes. Pipes coming in on the year 2-1 with 14 innings pitched, only giving up 1 earned run for that .50 earned run average, and he's only given up 6 hits in those 14 innings. So that is definitely the man that you want on the mound to start it if you're Coach Perkins.
Definitely. I mean, Pipes, you know, we sit over here kind of by the radar gun, and you just hear 90, 91, 90. You know, he's a hard-throwing kid, and, you know, going up against a very talented at the plate Holt Indians, you know, they're going to have themselves a little bit of tricky dealing with his stuff, but I'm excited to see what he brings today because, you know, those hard-throwing pitchers, it can go one way. Either they're late on it, or if you get around on them, they're going to be hitting the ball hard. So I'm excited to see what this battle brings us today.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break. That was your Dan Main pregame show here on Howell Activities Network. We'll take a pre-game break. Then we'll have first pitch and the starting lineups for your Vikings and Holt Indians.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here at the H, Pipes on the mound to start for the Vikings. We'll give you defensive lineup now behind the plate. It's going to be Mario Colombo at third, Carson Suber at short, Jake McCutcheon, second base Will Doherty, first base Matt James in the outfield. It's going to be Titus Sissel in left, Sam Maddox in center, and Gus Hetzel in right field. The leadoff today for Holt, it looks to be number 11, Shannon Cross, coming in with a .310 average for the Holt Indians.
I mean, get used to saying, north of 300 for this Holt Indians team, because they, you look up and down their lineup, they're all batting above 300, so they're hitting the ball hard, and like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they score a lot of runs. So these Vikings, this pitching is going to have to be on today.
Cross leads them in plate appearances. This is his 53rd now on the year. He has 13 hits on the year, 9 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 triples. That's going to be hit foul. Start off this one. On our way here for a new week of GAC baseball.
Definitely a new week, and good to be back. We mentioned in the pregame, I kind of miss the old age. So, we had a good little break there, and now we're back.
Now it's going to be high and outside for Pipes on the ball. Like mentioned earlier, Holt, despite, having 7 losses, 2 of them coming from Fort Zumwalt West, who is currently the #1 team in the area, pretty much unbeatable, it seems like, thus far to start the season. They had a close one with CBC to start the year, and Vianney, but like mentioned, they've beaten Lafayette. 3-1 is going to be, or the 2-1, is going to be in there for a strike on Cross. The 2-2, that's going to be hit hard in the center field. Maddox going back, he finds it underneath, and he's able to make the catch.
That's one thing about Maddox out there in center field, which is what you want in your center fielder, obviously, is he gets a great reads off that bat. I mean, you mentioned it, that one was hit real hard, and he had all the confidence in the world tracking back to it, and we've seen a couple innings where he had 3 putouts in 1 inning with ease, I mean, just the way he reads the ball is very impressive.
This is going to bring up Ryan Mapes now, and 326 for Holt. That's going to be grounded to Subert. Subert gets it cleanly, throws it over to James. That's a quick out there for the Vikings. as Mapes is sit down on the 5-3 putout. That's now going to bring up Chase Beadle.
Yeah, Chase Beatty, he definitely is your 3-hole hitter that you want. You know, he's batting .421 and a home run under his belt, having himself a great year so far.
And all you got to really do, especially with how hard Pipes throws, is just get a little contact, and that ball will definitely fly. 1-0 now to Beatty. That's going to be hit hard in the right center field. Going in is Maddox. It's going to drop. Hetzel gets it. So that'll be a 2-out single here in the first for the Indians.
You know, with these later games, kind of, you know, 4 o'clock, we get that sun right in that awkward position as a fielder. So you might see a couple, you know, tough time reading the ball here out there today.
So that's a check swing foul ball on now Stetson Marion. Stetson Marion bringing in that .389 average. And 4 doubles on the year with 18 RBIs. He leads the Indians. The 0-1, that's going to be hit high in the air. Coming in is Hetzel, and he'll make the basket catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Holt Indians get a 2-out single, can't do anything with it. The Vikings are coming up next. It's going to be Sam Maddox leading off as usual. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell Activity.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Back here at the H, it's going to be Sam Maddox leading off for the Vikings against Stetson Marion, who batted 4th and ended that inning. Last inning for the Holt Indians. Now he's here on the mound against the Vikings. Leading off is, as always, center fielder Sam Maddox, the 5'11 senior, Western Illinois commit. Maddox on the year hitting .351, hitting 10 RBIs with a triple and a double. Marion first pitch to Maddox. Maddox is going to hit that one foul. Makes the count to 0-1. Maddox, his average may be 351, which is obviously still pretty good, but he also gets on base over 50% of the time, has an on-base percentage of 51. Can't get much better than that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and you can see how disciplined he is at his plate, up at the plate. You know, he will go down early, 0-2 in the count, but the way he works that count and just has an eye for that ball, like I said, the discipline is very impressive.
0-2 now to Maddox. He's going to hit that one into the gap for a leadoff base hit for the Vikings. He was late on the pitch, but he put it in the perfect spot between the first baseman and the second baseman. I'll bring up Carson Subert.
I mean, as a leadoff hitter, you know, he's exactly what you want. I mean, you'll see a lot of those slap hits over to right, you know, coming from, you know, just because he can kind of, he just makes sure he gets a bat on the ball and puts it into play, you know, and that's exactly what you want as a leadoff guy, somebody who will battle and do whatever it takes to get on.
I'll bring up Carson Subert. Subert shows bunt, he brings it back. Max has to get back and get down as there's a pickoff attempt from the catcher.
Definitely something the Vikings will kind of have to keep an eye on. With the catcher with the confidence to throw it on to first like that, can be dangerous.
1-0 to Subert. Subert shows bunt again. Good bunt to the first baseman. Subert gonna try to miss the tag. He'll get tagged, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Moving over to second, though, is Maddox. So good sacrifice bunt that time from the third baseman, Subert. Now I'll bring up Jake McCutcheon, team leader, 18 RBIs for the Vikings. First pitch to the Missouri State commit is high for a ball. To McCutcheon, that's going to be in the dirt for a ball just outside.
McCutcheon, only a junior, batting a wild 421 right now on the year. So having himself a junior year and really not missing a beat after his freshman year.
Yeah, one of the team leaders in almost every major category for the Vikings. And you got to think this is only his second season with the Vikings, as obviously his sophomore year was cut down last year due to COVID. Maddox gets his lead. Stetson checks on him. Fouling that off does McCutcheon. Makes the count 2-2. A 2-2 to McCutcheon. That'll be high for a ball. Catcher can't handle it. Maddox goes. He'll have to get down. He will. And he'll be called out on the play. Looked like he might have gotten underneath the tag, but that'll be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, you know, an unfortunate bounce kind of for Maddox there. He had a great read on the ball, saw it was loose, but just kind of went right into the catcher's path to pick it up and get him at third there.
So the full count pitch to McCutcheon. He'll just fight it off. We'll have to redo the payoff pitch. So what was the leadoff single, back-to-back outs now for the Vikings. Stetson getting out of this one quite quickly for the Indians. The payoff pitch again, that'll be foul as well. So Jake doing a great job here, making sure he gets his pitch. Three-two. That's going to be foul as well. Full count again for McCutcheon. He'll foul that one off as well. That's 5 foul balls now in a row for the Viking shortstop.
You know, that's the difference between very great hitters. You know, they do whatever it takes to stay alive, and you can see that in this bat, just working up the pitch count and staying alive up there.
3-2, McCutcheon will foul it off once again. So what an at-bat here for McCutcheon start.
First baseman Matt James getting himself a workout, retrieving those balls back there behind the backstop.
McCutcheon's going to hit that one hard, deep in the center field, and a sliding catch that time from the center fielder will end the inning. That's the end of one.
That look smooth out there.
Yeah, definitely a smooth sliding play for the Holt center fielder. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Viking Baseball. Back here at the H, Pipes to start off the inning. That's going to be a hard hit in the left center field. Max having to move. He'll fly, and he'll catch that one easily for a quick out number one of the top of the second.
You know, just commanding the outfield back there. We mentioned it earlier whenever he grabbed one in the first. The reads he gets on the ball, he jumped on it and was able to get under that with ease.
Let's bring up Gage Coiler, 367 on the year. 5 RBIs I'll be taking for a ball. Pipe steals the 1-0. Now be low and inside for a ball as well. That's going to be taken low for a ball as well. It's the only loophole for Pipes is sometimes his command can get everywhere but the zone. 3-0. That'll be taken for a ball as well, so that's a 1-out walk for Coiler.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of comes with your hard-throwing, fast pitchers. Your control's not there, you know. Very rarely, unless you get one of your prime players. If you can get the control and the fastball down, and you got yourself a dangerous pitcher there.
Bring up Grant Siebert. Hitting 304 on the year. That's the 5th ball in a row now thrown by Pipes.
And trust me, we've definitely seen Pipes where he's got them both down, you know. So I'm not going to count out anything. Right now he's in a little bit of a rut, but, you know, I'm not going to count out anything. We've seen him with the control down and the fastball down, so.
That's in there, 4 strikes, so Pipes works back.
One thing about this game is no matter what aspect it is, whether it's pitching, batting, when it rains, it pours. So, you know, when you're feeling it and you're getting going, you're gonna see a lot of those strikes come.
Oh, and Pipes with a beautiful pickoff attempt to Matt James, and looked like he got him, but nonetheless, no call, or safe call was the call.
Yeah, what a sneaky move over to first that was.
Pipes gets the batter to pop up in the air, Siebert, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. So it's 2 outs, 1 on now for the Holt Indians. I'll bring up number 9 now, Connor Siebert. He's hitting .333 on the year. Gets on base as well as .333. Has only actually 9 plate appearances on the year. Pipes deals, I'll be low for a ball. Pipes again with the pickoff move. Gets back in there, does the runner.
Just a second off on, sneaking that in there and getting that tag in there.
Pipes delivers the 1-0. Now be a high swing that time from Connor Siebert for the first strike of the at-bat.
And based off that breeze we got from that, he was trying to take that one quite a ways away there.
The 1-1. I'll be in there for a strike as well. Pipes caught the corner, so he's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Low pitch count here to start for Pipes. And that's going to be a high swing that time from Siebert, and Pipes will strike him out to end the top of the second. We're going to head to the bottom half. You're listening to Howell Baseball here on the Howell. Back here at the H, it's going to be Matt James leading off for the Vikings here in the bottom half of the second. Matt James consistently, day in and day out, probably the best hitter on this Viking squad, hitting .450 on the year, 15 RBIs with 5 doubles. He'll take that first one inside for a ball.
Yeah, 5 doubles and, as you mentioned, .450. I mean, that's having himself a senior year. He's ready to get going and has came out the game.
Hard hit, too short. Shortstop gets it up, throws over the first for the first out of the inning for the 6-3 putout. Now we'll bring up Will Doherty. Doherty last week at Francis Howell Central hit his 2nd home run of the year in that blowout over the Howell Central Spartans.
Talk about a kid who's really gotten his bat going, kind of started out the season a little slower, but got his batting average up to .463 with his 2nd bomb last week. Really having confidence up at the plate, and you can see it with his swing.
Takes that high breaking ball for a ball. The 1-0, Doherty hits that one hard as well. Or swings hard, I should say. Swung kind of right through it for the first strike. On deck sits Jackson Hetzel. The 1-1. Doherty's going to swing hard through that one as well. He'll foul tip it, and it was caught for the second strike of the AB. Kind of insane. The catcher was able to catch that, how hard it was coming off the bat of Doherty. That's going to be taken high for a ball and makes our iPad foul. Heads up. So the count goes to 3-2 while we had a quick break. Pitcher threw it a little high inside and made the iPad fall off.
My partner Will Crawford showing off his handyman skills, getting the camera work going on here.
The full count pitch, that'll be inside as well, so Doherty takes the walk here with 1 out. I'll bring up Jackson Hetzel, who's DHing today for Pipes.
How about that for a discipline at bat from Doherty there? You know, I mean, he went down in the count with a couple of hard whacks at the ball, and you know, he was able to discipline himself and got himself a walk out of that bat.
So Stetson Marion walks Doherty. Now he has to deal with Jackson Hetzel, who doesn't get it any easier. In 34 plate appearances, he's hitting .500 for the Vikings. He hit his first home run of the year at Howell Central as well last week. He has 11 RBIs on the year. So the 0-1. Swings hard through that one for the second strike of the AB.
Breaking ball had some nasty movement on that one. You know, you could see that he was a little ahead of it and just chopped right at the perfect spot there for him.
The 0-2 to Hetzel. Called time, it was granted. Umpire didn't let anyone know, so the pitcher threw the pitch still, and Hetzel took that one. So they'll redo the 0-2. Now it'll be outside for a ball. Good stop that time by Jack Sullivan, the catcher for Holt.
As we mentioned earlier, not afraid to throw down to first. I mean, he saw that he was kind of walking back to first and was not afraid to throw it.
1-2 to Hetzel. Now it'll be inside for a ball. Brings the count to 2 apiece. Two again to Hetzel. Hetzel hit that one hard off the ground. Over the second for Doherty. Back to first to Hetzel. So Hetzel will ground out into the fielder's choice, and he'll end up at first with 2 outs, and I'll bring up the catcher, Mario Colombo.
Colombo, another guy who's really improved on his batting, you know. Another kid who kind of started out a little slow up at the plate, but he's got his batting average up to .500 now in 31 plate appearances. So really getting that bat turning around and having himself a year.
So first pitch to Colombo's taken for a ball. One 0 count now on Colombo. Hetzel gets his lead. Albio in the dirt as well for a ball. On deck sits Gus Hetzel. 2-0 count now to the Viking catcher. Colombo, of course, the East Central Community College commit. He'll take that for strike. Makes the count at 2-1.
Just squeeze that high and outside part of the strike zone there.
And there goes Hetzel, and he'll be caught at second. As he was caught stealing, he jumped just a little too soon before the pitcher delivered, and that's now 2 outs against the Vikings where they've been caught stealing. 0-0 still going to the top of the third. Vikings trying to get something going, have to hold them here. Back here at the H. 0-0 here still at the top of the third. That'll be taken for a strike. It's now number 7, Brandon Reed for Holt.
Have limited plate appearances for him so far this year. He's only 3 plate appearances and batting .667. So not having a terrible batting average, just kind of limited plate appearances so far.
Pipes delivers. That's going to be a hard hit foul for the second strike of the AB.
Fortunately, no cars over there, because surely that one would have caused some damage. That one came out real fast.
That'll be outside for a ball. So 2-2 is the count now. That'll be taken for a ball to make the count full. Pipes delivers again. Payoff pitch. It's grounded to James. James catches it in foul territory, so it's a fair ball. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
Matt James having himself a little bit of action today. I think that's three putouts for him so far early in the game.
Yeah, James doing a good job. That's a good, smart heads-up baseball play that time for Matt James.
Yeah, and we saw earlier with that kind of in-between pop-up in the infield, Pipes and him kind of had a talk, but he did a great job coming in for it.
It's back to the top of the order now for Shannon Cross. Last time up, he flew out to Maddox. There's no need to steal home when Dan Main can get you a great interest rate on your new home. Call Dan Main, the Flat Branch Mortgage Home Lender. So 1-1 is the count. That's going to hit towards right field, and it will drop into fair territory for the second hit of the day, and he'll slide in the second safely for a one-out double for the Indians.
Excellent job from Holt Indians there, driving the ball the other way and getting it down. You know, that ball always is a little dangerous whenever you can hit that gap. So good double for the Indians there.
So one-out double. That'll bring up now Ryan Mapes. He grounded out to short last time. Pipes checks the runner. He deals. Now it's going to be a swing and strike on the first pitch of the AB. And now a swing and strike that time from Mapes, and count goes to 0-2. And now a hit. Mapes is obviously that probably doesn't feel good. So we'll see if they will consider it a hit by pitch. Not sure what that was all about. Holt Indian was confused about it as well as he was being told something.
Yeah, I don't see how the batter can be in trouble for getting hit by a pitch necessarily, but
Pickoff attempt from Pipes to Doherty, so it's now first and second, one out. Pipes now in a little bit of trouble here in the top half of the third. And that's going to hit hard in the left field, and Sissel will get under it. He'll throw down the third for the play at third, and McCutcheon tipped it. He probably should have let that one go for Subert. Subert might have had to play from Sissel, but nonetheless, that's 2 outs now, man on first and third for Holt. That one looked like it had a chance for sure to get out of this park.
yeah, that one definitely looked dangerous, but you know, Sissel has 5 swipe bags on the year, displaying his speed out there and left today. Being able to track that ball down, because that definitely saved himself a run.
So that was a ball that time to the pitcher, Stetson Marion. I'll be in the dirt and low for a ball as well. Makes the count 2-0. The 2-0. Ask me now, hit to McCutcheon. McCutcheon's only plays at first. Marion trying to beat it out. He will. He will. They'll say he beat it out for the run, so Marion gets an infield single for an RBI. Helps himself there, so Holt takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, definitely a dangerous chopper, just in the infield. You got runners coming home. Takes a lot of time off the infield to make a play, so did a great job beating that out and helping himself out on the mound.
So it's 1-0 now. Indians get in front here. That's going to hit hard in the right field towards Gus Hetzel. Hetzel finding it, gets underneath it, and catches it for the third out of the inning. So Holt will strand 2, but they do get 1 across. It's Holt 1, Howell 0 after the top half of the third. We'll bring you the bottom half. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell. back here at the age. It's going to bring up Mario Colombo. He was up to bat last inning in the bottom half of the second, but Hetzel was caught stealing, and he'll get another shot here to start the third, home half of the third. He'll take that one for a ball low. Sitting on deck is Gus Hetzel. The 1-0. That'll be taken for a strike. The 1-1. He'll hit that one foul. Let's count 1 and 2. And that one be hit foul for Colombo, so he'll stay alive. And Colombo will strike out swinging there, but have to go down the first. As the catcher dropped it, but the catcher makes a throw over the first, and Colombo will be the first out of the inning. So I'll bring up Gus Hetzel for only his second at-bat of the season. Be high for a ball. That'll be in there for a strike. So Marion doing a good job pounding that zone against the Vikings. Doesn't throw quite the heat that the Vikings have seen this year, but he's just pounding the zone.
Yeah, that accuracy's been very efficient so far today. You know, Vikings are doing a good job putting the ball in play, but he's having himself an outing so far.
2-1. That'll be a hit foul behind the plate.
Have a couple issues with that ball there, you know.
Yeah.
Just got over the playing field, so Sissel wasn't sure whether to grab it or not.
So 2-2 count now to the senior righty for the Vikings. That's going to be hit towards short. Hetzel has to run it out, and he won't, though. He's thrown out by a step, and that'll be the second out of the inning, bringing up the freshman Titus Sissel. And Sissel, 310 average, 9 hits and 29 at-bats, and 1 double, but he is the bunt machine for sure for the Vikings.
Like I said, you know, we've seen his wheels on display so far whenever he tracked the ball down and left, and you know, 5 swipe bags on the year, so he's definitely got some wheels on himself for a freshman.
So took that one for a strike. That'll be outside for a ball. So even though the Vikings have had 2 runners on base, Marion has faced the minimum due to those runners being thrown out. So 1-2 count now on the Viking freshman. Marion delivers. Now will be high for a ball. Sissel will hit that one high in the infield. Third baseman trying to make the play, and he will for the third out of the inning. Vikings go 1-2-3. Pipes back out there to maybe try to shut down the Holt Indians. It's Holt 1, back here at the H. 1-0 to score. Pipes back on the mound to pitch. Perkins usually only has his pitchers go 4 innings or the full way. We'll see what Pipes does here. That's going to be hit foul by number 18, Gage Coyer. So the 0-1 for Pipes. It's going to be swung on hard. No contact, though, so he swings right through it for the second strike of the AB. Pipes delivered the 0-2. Be high and outside. Hit foul out of play. So he'll stay alive here. Sitting on deck is the number 7 hitter, Grant Siebert. Pipes the 1-2. He'll hit that one foul as Collier. The 1-2 again. That'll be outside for a ball. That one was close. Brings the count even at 2 apiece. The 2-2. Pipes will send him down. It was foul tipped into the glove of Colombo for the first out of the inning.
And that's a huge strikeout for Pipes' confidence, you know, after giving up a run, you know, in the last inning. Getting that strikeout's a huge weight lifted off your shoulder and really gets you amped up to face that next at batter with your confidence going.
I'll bring up Siebert. Pipes to deliver quickly to him. They'll be inside for a ball. That'll be in there for a strike. The 1-1. That'll be hit foul as well. So 1-2 goes to count. It's the 8-hole hitter Connor Siebert on deck for the Holt Indians. The 1-2. And that'll be outside for a ball. It looked like Siebert wanted it, just didn't pull the trigger. The 2-2. Outside as well. So here comes the 3-2. That's going to hit in the center field, and that's going to get down for a hit. So it's a 1-out single that time from the 7-hole hitter, Grant Siebert. And I'll bring up Connor Siebert.
He went down in the count and had a great, well-driven ball out there in center field. Fortunately, Maddox kind of held up his run and was able to bury that as if he didn't, or even if he just knocked it down, that could have been 2 for him.
So that'll be a foul ball off mask of Colombo, it sounded like.
Hard hit foul ball, too, off that mask.
I'll be hit out of play, so back-to-back foul balls leads Siebert into the 0-2 hole.
How about Siebert rocking the no batting gloves look, huh? A little old school action. It's a rarity to see nowadays.
Pipes delivers. That's going to be high for a ball. Pipes tries to pick off a 10, but kind of an errant throw. Let James off the bag, so it wasn't even close.
These pitchers and catchers not scared to attempt that pickoff. You know, we've seen Holt's catcher himself attempt to throw out a first 3 times already.
So that's a breaking ball that Siebert was ahead on. He'll hit that one foul.
And although Pipe's fastball really has been on, that backdoor breaking ball, as we just kind of saw right there, has really been lights out so far today. You know, we've seen him get a couple batters on it already, so I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen it a little bit more.
So the 1-2, that's going to be high and outside for a ball. So 2-2 now on Siebert. The other Siebert on first. Pipes delivers. That'll be hit high, out of play, foul. The 2-2. That'll be high and outside for a ball. Pipes didn't like the call and kind of agree with him. And good pitch that time, so payoff pitch coming now to Siebert. And that's going to be outside as well. Pipes does not like that one. Colombo's going to have to go out there and calm him down. So Siebert on first and second.
Well, Perkins had to bring some extra balls over there for the umpire, but he definitely let him kind of know, hey, let's get a couple of those. You know, those are a couple questionable ball calls there.
So now it's first and second, 1 out to the 9-hole hitter now for Holt. Colombo gonna go back out there. It's Brandon Reed.
Nothing wrong with that, you know. He just wanted to get a couple words with his catcher, make sure they're on the same page, you know. Got 2 on with 1 out, so this could be a potential. One swing of the bat could end the inning, and one swing of the bat could also swing the other way. So try and get on the same page as best as you can and keep working on this inning here.
It's going to be low and outside for a ball on the lefty 9-hole hitter Reed. He reached on a single his last time up. So Holt trying to add a couple more here in the top half of the 4th. That's going to be hit foul, so that'll draw the count even at 1 apiece. The count, 1 out. That'll be low and outside for a ball.
Just missing on those. I mean, they're coming in. Looks like it could hit, but they're tailing right at the worst time to getting across the plate just outside there.
That's going to be hit hard, foul towards the first baseline. Just a couple, half a second later, you would think that might have been trouble for the Vikings. Nonetheless, it's 2-2.
Yeah, like you said, well struck foul ball there and avoided some damage with that foul line.
2-2. That's going to be a hit foul as well. The 2-2. Pipes will deliver that one right down. I guess the pipe that time. So Pipes right down the pipe.
No
for
pun
the second
intended, right?
For the second out of the inning. That'll bring up now the leadoff hitter, Shannon Cross. Flew out to center and then doubled his last time up. That double was in the right field, so maybe Gus Hetzel more ready for that this time.
You know, keep in mind his two contact on the balls he's put in play were.
That time McCutcheon will get that one, go right over the Doherty for the 6-4 put out. But you were just saying Cross both times he hit the ball was hard. That was hard there once again. Holt leaves another pair on base. But we'll go to the bottom half of the fourth. It's Vikings 0, Holt 1. Back here at the H, Michael Harvey alongside me. I'm Will Crawford. It's going to be Sam Maddox leading off here in the bottom half of the fourth. That'll be in there for strike against Maddox. Marion back out there for his fourth inning of work. So 0-1 on Maddox right now. Marion delivers. That'll be in on the hands of Maddox. He tried to check his swing, but it went foul for the second strike of the AB.
You know, this could be a huge inning for the Vikings here. You know, starting out fresh slate, top of the order, second time around facing this pitcher, so can really do some damage here, and this could be a big swing of a game for these Vikings.
The 0-2. Max going to hit that one hard, but foul. The 0-2. Breaking ball will break inside. Maddox knew it. And Marion will strike him out here to start the bottom half of the fourth. I'll bring up Carson Subert. Breaking ball once there again from Marion.
That breaking ball is on, you know. I mention all the time when it rains, it pours. That's two in a row that have been pretty nasty coming into the plate.
Subert swings right through that one as well. So it's 0-2 now quickly on Subert. Marion went 1-2-3 in the third, and he's going to have that one hit hard. Does Subert. Center fielder misplays it. It's over his head. Subert, he'll be going the second. He'll be in there for a one-out stand-up double for the Vikings. So the Vikings now in business.
How about that for a hard hit ball? I mean, you know, the center fielder, he read it all right, but you know, it wasn't much he could do there. He would have had to make a great jump and a perfect read on a ball like that. Great hit for Subert and a double that can really get this team going.
Who better to have at the plate to get some RBIs? How about the RBI team leader, Jake McCutcheon, with 18, trying to make it 19 here. That'll be a hard swing from McCutcheon. It's hit the dirt. Count goes the 0-1.
I mean, when you're sitting fastball, first pitch, that breaking ball is a dangerous weapon to use against a team like this.
So an 0-1 now on McCutcheon. That'll be high at his eyes for a ball. That'll be outside as well for ball. Count goes to 2-1. So Subert's double, that's his fifth now on the year. McCutcheon trying to trade places with him. That'll be inside for a ball. Count goes now to 3-1. Sitting on deck is Matt James. That'll be a ball as well. Subert will move over the third on the wild pitch. So it'll be first and third with one away.
Just another piece of Howell Viking, heads up Howell Viking base running there as he saw it got away and could have given up on it once he saw it was a walk, but heads up and got his way down to third with ease.
So here comes Matt James, and I'll ask you, Michael, if you're Coach Perkins, do you send McCutcheon here and try to make Subert go, or do you just let it play with a great hitter with Matt James?
You know, you really don't want to risk too much while you got, as you mentioned, a stud hitter up at the plate. I mean, guy batting .450 on the year and has had some clutch hits as well. So, you know, here you just kind of, I think you just kind of wait it out.
So 0-1 is the count. McCutcheon on first, Subert on third. And now it'll hit James, so it'll be a hit by pitch. I guess that's one way to move the runners. Matt James making sure the hair is okay there. Looked like it might have hit the ear part.
Yeah, I could imagine he's got some ringing in that helmet right now. You know, that got him right on that ear. And fortunately enough, that was it's a game of inches, man, and that one came real close to being a dangerous play there.
So it's going to be a mound visit now from the Holt coach, and it's going to be James at first, McCutcheon at second, Subert at third with Will Doherty coming to the plate. And if you're Will Doherty here, yeah, you know, he loves to hit the ball out of the park. He tries to hit it as hard as he can, but here just a little single tied up. You know, get this game even again.
You saw him during those warm-up swings, kind of getting a prime launch angle swing on it. You saw him trying to get under it, so you'd imagine he's going to be swinging hard here. But as you mentioned, you only need a single here. So
Doherty is dangerous though at the plate. He's going to hit that one hard. That's in the left field. It's going to be caught. Subert tagging up, play at the plate. There won't be one. And now make it 1-1 for the Vikings.
As you mentioned, you know, you only needed some contact there and got the job done, sending yourself into a brand new ball game all squared up.
So that'll bring up Jackson Hetzel. Hetzel, he'll try to keep the line moving now with 2 outs. And 2 runners on for the Vikings. Hetzel will take that one high for a ball. Marion kind of losing track of the zone ever since that double from McCutcheon, or excuse me, from Subert. And that'll be foul ball, makes the count 1 apiece. So how this inning got going, it was the Subert double after the Maddox strikeout, and then McCutcheon reached on a walk, and then so did Matt James. That'll be a ball as well. Good job by, once again, Jack Sullivan to hold that one behind the plate. Haven't seen the long flow of Sullivan at the plate today. And that's going to be hit towards third. Third baseman only has the play to Hetzel and at first, and he will. So the Vikings leave a pair on, and that'll be the end of the 4th. We'll go to the top half of the 5th with Pipes still out there. It's 1-1 apiece. Back here at the H. Bottom or top half of the 5th. Pipe's still out there. It's going to bring up now number 3, Ryan Mapes, to the plate.
And Mapes actually, drew the hit by pitch. That kind of started their one-run rally, if you will. So, he went down in the count early, and Pipes just kind of a little bit there.
So now it's 1-0 on Pipes. Back to a 1-1 tie. All started with a 1-out double from McCutcheon in the bottom half of the 4th. I'll be in there for a strike. So Pipes trying to fight back.
If you're breaking balls, anything like that throughout the rest of this game, you're going to have no problems at all.
Now be a foul ball as well. Makes the count even for Pipes. Holt does have 2 people working right now in their pen. Can't really see from our angle if the Vikings do. That'll be in there for a ball just low. Gets the count full.
Looks like there's some movement over there. I'm not sure if it's pitcher's moving, but it does look like there's a couple guys down there, so might be getting ready to.
Payoff pitch. I'll be behind the batter, so Pipes will here will come Perkins. Perkins will call time, and he might grab the ball now from Pipes. We'll see. Pipes doesn't seem to agree with what Perkins has to say, and that will be it as Pipes hands Perkins the ball. Good pitching performance. 4+ innings for Pipes. They'll bring in the lefty filth master, Shane Kirby, for the Vikings. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Viking Baseball.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here at the H, it'll be Shane Kirby now, coming into a little bit of trouble with the man on first. His another appearance on the year for Kirby. This will make his 6th. He comes in 1-1 with a 1.08 ERA. Kirby throws the strike there.
Yeah, you know, we've seen him make a couple appearances so far this year here on Howell Activity Network. And, man, he's displayed some nasty stuff, you know. Runner on first with the lefty on the mound as well. It's always a good sign.
That's going to be hit right back to Kirby. It'll be caught, and Kirby will double them up. What a play from Kirby. We know he has the arm, but what a play with the glove that time.
Yeah, that reaction time coming off that bat, that thing was no soft hit right up the middle. That thing was smacked right back at him, and he didn't even think about it. Grabbed it, and easy double play ball for him.
That'll bring up Marion, the pitcher. Try to get something going and help himself out. That'll be high for a ball. Kirby coming in this one has only allowed 2 runs all year long. That's a ball in the dirt. Makes the count 2-0. Does have a save, though, on the year as well. That'll be in there for a strike. Kirby, one of the lone left-handers. I'm pretty sure he's one of 3 on the Viking roster.
You can see once that breaking ball gets going, it's hard to touch.
And that's going to be filthy there as Marion swings at that one. That was in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2. 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. Kirby trying to set him down so the Vikings can get back to work. He will send him down, strikes him out to end the top half of the 5th. And that'll be it for the visiting half for the Indians. We're going to the bottom of 5. It's 1-1 apiece. Vikings trying to get back to work. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here at the H, it's going to bring up Mario Colombo here in the bottom half of the fifth. Colombo's going to hit that one hard but foul. See how much longer Holt keeps Marion in this one. The 0-1 delivered to Colombo. It's going to be a breaking ball for a strike. The 0-2. Colombo hits that one hard but foul as well. The 0-2. That'll be outside for a ball. Count now the 1 and 2. Colombo trying to keep his little streak alive. That's going to be hit hard but foul as well. You mentioned it coming in to today. Colombo hitting 500. Started the year off a little slow at the plate, but definitely has came to light here lately.
Yeah, this bottom half of the order, we've seen a lot of improvement from these wickets, 100%.
That's going to be bounced to the catcher for the second ball.
I mean, when you got Doherty and Colombo getting that bat alive and starting to come together, that's a dangerous bottom half of the order.
Colombo will hit that one foul once again as well. So if nothing else, between McCutcheon and Colombo, if nothing else, they've definitely worked the pitch count here today against Marion.
Yeah, whenever you got a pitcher who's, dealing well today, like Marion is today, you got to get that pitch count up so you can work the bullpen.
Colombo's going to hit that one hard towards the shortstop. Shortstop had the jump, but he was able to make the play for the first down of the inning. That'll bring up Gus Hetzel, the right fielder.
If he just got that under it just a tad, that thing was going right over that shortstop's head and just couldn't get it quite over him.
Yeah, he hit it right on the sweet spot.